is your First Alert 5 weather with Sam Schreier.
Good afternoon, everyone. We've got 84 degrees, Pikes Peak, and a little shade from the clouds coming over the top of the mountain. Not as aggressive cloud cover as what we saw yesterday, but some of the difference here is actually that better stormier action is going to be over the southern mountains first. So that's why Pikes Peak just kind of beautiful, but there is some buildup going on here, and it's humid outside. I know the humidity only says 31%. A lot of the times that'd be a little bit closer to the 20%, maybe a little bit lower. Now, Woodland Park on the other side of the mountains, still some good humidity, 34% with 75 degrees. Good sun, although some clouds clearly up in and around Woodland Park. Pueblo, like usual, you're a little farther away from those mountains, so we get more sun over town, and it's hotter, 87 degrees, but there is a lot more moisture. So storms, if we can finally get one or two to come over Pueblo, they'll be able to dump heavy rain through town. And then Trinidad, look at that development. Look at that thunderstorm trying to grow right over the Raton Mesa. That's perfect science right there, lifting off the terrain, but also the mountains west of town. Look at a little bit more active. Show that in 1 second. It's warm outside, and this warmth and the humidity is only going to be another tool to help fuel thunderstorms. Just checked, and the best pocket of wind shear, an important ingredient for very big storms, is still mostly just hanging on to eastern El Paso County, but it's not even that impressive. So I think we have severe weather in the forecast today, but as far as some big tornado, rotating updrafts, and not as likely as what we had happen yesterday. Still, those southern mountains, as I talked about, filling up with that heavier cloud cover first, moving some more of that off of Pikes Peak as we get into the afternoon. Now on our live Doppler, get a little bit closer look. There's been a couple bolts of lightning into the Wet Mountain Valley coming off that high terrain, exactly as expected, but with weak winds to push these storms. So they're going to hang out for a while. These won't be quick movers. That's another reason that rain was a little bit more on the heavy side. Flooding's another issue. And check this out. I got to give it to the hour by hour. It's kind of nailing those weak little showers and storms. So over the next 2 hours, like I said, slow moving out east over towards Trinidad by La Veta. So careful of the burn scar, but also just some weak showers and storms around Rye, Walsenburg, moving into Trinidad. This is at 1:30. By 1 to 2, eastern El Paso County looks like it's going to have a couple storms around. But I think by 3 o'clock, that's some good development as storms move east of the interstate. They tap into a lot more moisture, so bigger storms just past Walsenburg and Trinidad by 3 o'clock. By 4, starting to see some bigger storms in and around the mountains by El Paso County with a suspicious storm right east of Colorado Springs. Anything that comes off Monument Hill and winds over to eastern El Paso County could easily pack hail, but also an isolated tornado. Some of the heaviest rain tonight will fall south of Highway 50. By 5, a very active drive home from work is in store with some really good rain pushing out of those southern mountains. But a lot of the activity tonight through 7, 8, 9 o'clock will be focused to the Pikes Peak region. And by midnight, we're going to get another quick round of showers and storms to push out of the mountains, but it'll be a lot less severe. So I'm going to have to do a little rapid fire through the 7-day forecast. Colorado Springs active over the next couple days. We get over to next week, we warm up, we try to dry out, but a chance for severe weather is there all the way through Sunday. Pueblo, a little less chance of severe weather, but I've got it in your forecast out to next Saturday and Sunday, and then hotter and drier as we get into next week. Canyon City, flooding is the biggest threat out of storms today. Hail is a possibility, but flooding through the weekend is the bigger thing to worry about. So we get those 3s on the storm impact scale. Finally, Woodland Park. I went 3 to be extra cautious, but some heavy rain, lightning is your bigger concern, and we're drier towards next Thursday. Eric?